Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Sage and Tea with the Goddess of Clarity, aka your tarot reader's favorite tarot reader, period. How's everyone doing this morning? So, as you guys know, this is a new show. And so, what we're going to do is just talk about a lot of different topics. As we go through the show, there'll be a switch of topics. Today's topic is going to be about the new moon in Libra. That is today, / solar eclipse. Okay. So, we're going to talk about what the new moon means, what it means for you, how it affects you, what you should do for um, for the new moon, and all that good stuff. So we're just gonna chill, have some tea, talk, spill the tea about this spirituality stuff, and just chill with me on a Saturday morning. So that is what today's goal is. So you guys make sure you share, tell a friend to tell a friend that the Goddess of Clarity is live. All right. So with that being said, let me send out a few invites myself so that way we can get started. I can't see who's here. Put in a Clear support group. So I have a Clear Bear support group, guys. If anybody wants to join, we have a group on Facebook that is for support. You can vent, you can get some advice, you can, just come and get some spiritual advice. Ask those questions that you're scared to ask everyone else, because sometimes the spiritual game is like that. People don't want to share their knowledge. So we share knowledge here. We want to make sure that everyone's taken care of and supported. So shout out to On Blast Radio as well for this opportunity. Make sure you guys subscribe, click the notification bell, so whenever I go live, you guys can know. And whenever we have other events going on Blast Radio, you guys will get tuned in for that as well. All right, so let's get started. So the new moon. The new moon is a great time of manifestation. With the new moon comes new opportunities. For the full, a lot of that is about releasing. That's the time to charge your crystals. That's the time to make your full moon water, take your cleansing baths, everything like that. With the new moon, it's all about manifestation, bringing in changes, new energy. So with the new moon in Libra, Libra is the scales of the zodiac. And so with Libra, they are all about balance. So this new moon is about finding balance, getting rid of things in your life that affects you having balance in your life. This is about putting yourself first, learning how to prioritize yourself, learning how to say no. I know that is a challenge for me, is saying no, especially to the people I love and care about. I just be wanting to say yes all the time, but you can't do that. So that's really what the gist of it is. So for the new moon, we're going to focus on manifestation more than anything. Another good tool for the new moon is to fast. And this is to get rid of all the excess weight, excess things that's inside of you, so that way you're able to detox and get ready to manifest those new things. So when you release that weight and you fast, it makes it easier for those manifestations to come through, because you're not filled with all that junky, yucky stuff. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining. I don't know how to tell who's in here. I don't see it. So hello everybody. I'm not sure who's here. So for me, with the new moon, I do think it's good to fast. And when I fast, I basically just do tea and water. So I'll drink various teas. I'll drink a lot of water, and I'll do like vegetables and fruit. Just because for me, health wise, do what's best for your health, of course. So if you know you can't fast completely and just not have food at all, please don't do that to your bodies, guys. Okay, make sure you listen to your bodies above all. But for me, I do vegetables and fruit at least, and I'll just stay away from meat. And I'll meditate, and I'll make sure that I fill my mind with good things. Journaling. Fasting is more than just away from food too. So I tend to fast from social media as well as food. I'll fast from conversations that don't mean me any good or aren't for my highest good. So, I know that we're still in the tea here, but when I'm fasting, I don't want to hear all the tea. I don't want to hear all the gossip. I want to just hear things that's going to better my mind, my spiritual journey. So just keep that in mind as well. Like fasting is not just about food. It's about whatever you're putting into your mind, your spirit, your body. So fasting is all for you. Whatever you know you need to get rid of, if you know you need to stop drinking, if you know you need to take a pause on smoking, if you know you need to do whatever is going to help you clear your mind and clear your spirit, so that way you're able to manifest those things easily. And that's the best way to go about that. So, how do you guys balance? How do you find balance in your everyday life when things feel chaotic, when things feel out of control? What is it in your life that feels like it cures that and it helps you to find that center and helps you to find it? Yeah, we would love to hear your opinions. I can't see anything. Where's it come up? The chat? Mm-hmm. I don't see nothing. I can't see who comes in. No. Sure. There we go. Ah, thank you. My sleep. Show said, I like to sleep to find balance. I mean, resting is important. You can't do nothing when you're not rested. I mean, that's a good one. Like, I know for me, when I'm not sleeping, my mental health declines so quickly. It's just your sleep is important. Sleep is important to your mental health. Sleep is important to um, your productivity, your creativity. Your mind needs a recharge. Your body needs a recharge. Visits to the I love the park. I love the outdoors. That's how I found balance. I like to go outside, get some sun, good old vitamin D. I also take vitamin D every day because it's good for your mental. It's good for depression and amongst a whole bunch of other things. Vitamin D is good for it, but I take it even when I can't get sun. I try to take my vitamin D every day. Um, and I like to go out and put my feet in the sand, put my feet in the grass, hug trees. I am definitely a tree hugger. So if you see me in the park hugging trees, please don't judge. Just come hug too. We're going to hug the trees together. And that's it. So I just think that it's important to ground. It's very important to get that involved in your daily routine, at least your routine, getting out, getting some fresh air, taking a walk. My therapist always suggests getting out and getting some sun. And it's been beautiful for me. I love to take a walk. I love to get some fresh air. If I don't have any fresh air, it's going to be time after a while. Definitely. Anything else you guys like to do to find balance? I also like to do yoga. I've been slipping on stretching in the mornings, but stretching in the mornings is so important to get in my day state. Like I'll get up and I'll make sure that I um, take a moment just to stretch. Um, I'll do some yoga poses. I'll salute the sun, get some sunlight in here in the morning. And that's what I really like to do to get my day started. It's important to get up a little bit earlier than work and not just jump into work, especially if you work from home. You got to make sure you find that balance to take care of yourself. Me, like at home, working from home, it can get draining. So going to visit family, that's a good one too. The gym, working out is a must. Yes, working out is good. It burns a lot of calories. It helps you to focus. People work out for different reasons. People use it as a form of meditation. People use it as a form of releasing stress. I would love to be one of those people. I am not, but I would love to be one of those people. When I get into the gym, like my problem is starting. Okay, my problem is starting because once I start going to the gym, I actually love it, and I'll start going more often. But for me, I usually slack off with the gym because I'll start with a partner, and then that partner starts slacking off, and then I'm like, okay. So then eventually it makes me slack off. Where's your family at? John C. I can't see. Jason. Going to the gun range is a stress reliever. I love the gun range actually. That is a good stress reliever. When I first went, at first the sounds was not so stress relieving because so when I walked in, I was like, I just wasn't expecting it to be so loud. But, so not too far. Macon's not too far. But yeah, I love the gun range. It's a good way to relax. Once you get used to the loudness, because at first I was like, overstimulation, but eventually it started to be a good stress reliever in a while though. So yes, so I made moon tea, guys, and it's so good. Do you guys have your tea for the show? You gotta make sure you have your tea for Sage and Tea. I mean, gotta come and have tea with me every morning. Well, not, but Saturday mornings. So the new moon tea has cranberry, blood orange, roses, lavender, and chamomile. So all of those are good for the moon. So make sure you guys get some goodness in you. I saw a really good recipe for new moon tea that had cocoa nibs in it. So I want to try that. You don't drink much tea? Are you a coffee person? Because I'm a both person. I love my tea, but I love my coffee too. But I have to like chill on it for health reasons. She'll about to say something smart. I feel it. I love tea. You tea. Tea is really yummy. No coffee, just water. Okay. Come on, healthy. I need to get some chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is good too, especially when you drink a lot of water. Another thing I like to do for balance is baths. I love baths. Baths are amazing. So I take baths for relaxation and spiritual purposes. So when I'm doing just a relaxation bath, I just run my bath and get in there, play some music. But when I'm doing my spiritual baths, I get in there and I clean, first of all. I clean my bathroom thoroughly. I like it to be super clean before I take a spiritual bath. Also, so what I do is usually take a shower first and then I just clean afterwards because you're supposed to, yes, crystals and essential oils are good for the new moon. There are specific different crystals that are really good for new moon energy, and I will go over that in a second. I know a few essential oils. I'm still learning essential oils, so I know a few of them, but not all. So that's not really expertise. But I know a lot about the herbs, and I know a lot about crystals, so we can go into those things. But when I go, I clean my whole bathroom, and then, like I said, you take a shower. You want to be clean before you take a spiritual bath. For those of you who don't know about spiritual baths, and you clean out your room, and then you sage, Palo Santo, whatever you like to use, whatever you prefer. Cleanse the energy. Light you a candle. Light you some incense. And then you run your bath. When I'm doing a spiritual bath, I make sure I touch everything that's going to the bath. Show put me onto the oils and stones. Yes. So she knows a lot. I love Palo Santo too. Palo Santo is so good. So I touch everything that goes to my spiritual bath. So when I do the Epsom salt, I hold it in my hand and I set my intentions for cleansing. Is sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. I'll put lavender oil in my bath because lavender is cleansing and soothing. And I'll put herbs for cleansing, such as basil and thyme. I also love putting roses for self-love in my cleansing baths. But when I'm doing my cleansing bath, I always boil my herbs first. So usually my cleansing baths don't look so pretty because those are more for cleansing instead of aesthetic. So it looks muddy and it looks crazy, but it's for cleansing. And I go in there and I just rub everything off of my body, and I make sure I, sludge it off. I pretend like I got dirt all over me, and I just get it out, and I rinse off, and I air dry, and that's it. When I'm fasting, I usually do it for 3 days, and I usually wear white. When I'm fasting and with my cleansing baths, I usually do it 3 days in a row when I'm cleansing. So that's a good ritual for, the full moon when you are releasing things. But for the new moon, you can also do spiritual and manifestation baths as well. What you are trying to manifest. Where am I from? I'm from Georgia. Good old Atlanta, Georgia. I was born in Indiana, but Georgia raised. Where are you guys from? I like that it shifts negative energy and brings positive energy. I like the smell too. Yes. I love the smell of Palo Santo because it does smell like a fireplace. It has like this sweet wood smell. And I like that it's a one. So it removes it and places positive energy. Because when you sage, it's like a eraser. It erases all the energy in your home. So when you sage, you do have to go in and fill that energy back up in your home. Excuse me. So Palo Santo is good for that. Frankincense is also good. Frankincense smells really good too. Also like copal. Copal is a good one to burn in your home as well. Okay, so getting into the stones. I know you said you guys get into the stones. So as some of you know, some of you don't, I do wrap crystals as well. So some of these are just pieces that I've made, but these are stones that are good for the new moon. So amethyst is one of them. I know it's kind of hard to see in the light. So I made this amethyst rose necklace. And amethyst is good for the new moon because the new moon is about balance again and making sure that you put your priorities first. This is good for relieving stress and anxiety. Amethyst is also good for intuition and for your dreams and for a good night's sleep, which is good. Remember, we like to rest and like to get some sleep. Show that that's her favorite way to find balance is to sleep. And I have this carnelian here. Okay, so carnelian is good for sparking that passion inside of you to do what it is that you need to do. Georgia boy as well, exactly. All right, ATL, stand up. Come on, Georgia. We need to Alexa, cue Georgia vibrate shards. So carnelian is good for, like I said, sparking that confidence, to dispelling fears when it comes to manifestation, which is why it's good for the new moon. It gives you that fiery energy, and it also helps with your sacral chakra, which helps with creativity and confidence as well. So those are good ways to use these crystals, manifestations, during rituals, journaling. You can use them when you're burning candles, in order to intensify those rituals. It's also a great stone for strength in the gym. Okay.
Yeah, carnelian.
You want to be in the gym working out hard, like Show. If you're a workout person, you want to get that carnelian. Then we have amethyst again. So remember, amethyst is calming. It's good for intuition. It's good for manifestations. We also have malachite. Malachite is good for material manifestations, money manifestations. It's kind of hard to see in the lighting, but yeah. Malachite is a beautiful stone. Malachite is actually one of my favorites. So that is good for manifesting money, financial goals, success, business goals. And then we have lazuli. And lapis is good for opening your third eye and crown chakras. So if you're manifesting, having more intuition, being connected to more to yourself, those are good ways to do that. As Aries, you love amethyst. Yes. Isn't amethyst your stone? First stone? Purple. Purple. Aquarius. Oh, well, no, because that's February. But yes, Aquarius. Yeah. So those are some good stones. Some other stones that are good for the new moon is selenite. Selenite. I actually use selenite when I'm doing new moon rituals. So what I do, so this one is bigger than what I like to use. This is a tower. It's my selenite tower. But usually I use a little wand. I just can't find it because I just moved. So I'm still unpacking. But I'll take my selenite wand and I will write my manifestations down, and I'll tie it around that selenite wand with a bay leaf, and I'll place some manifestations on my bay leaf too, and I'll tie that on the side and put it under my pillow, and I will sleep with that until the full moon. So that is a good ritual for new moon manifestations. Just journaling in general is good for new moon manifestations. You want to write down the things that you want to bring into fruition. You want to write down the things that you're trying to accomplish. It's also a good time to notice what are your blockages, what are that are standing in your way when it comes to reaching those goals. What are those blockages? What are those things that's standing in the way? And you work on those things. You work with the crystals to remove blockage. Carnelian is good for removing blockages as well. That stops you from reaching your goals. But when you work with these crystals, you hold them, you manifest with them, you meditate with them. You can also put the crystals on top of whatever paper you're manifesting with. I also think it's a good thing to do is fold the paper towards you when you are manifesting whatever you're trying to bring towards you. You want to fold it to you, and whatever you're trying to release, you fold away from you. You can also fold it clockwise to bring it to you, counterclockwise. It's really a preference. I kind of do a 2-for-1. So if I'm really fold away from me and counterclockwise, And if I'm attracting, I fold it towards me and clockwise 3 times. Usually, usually that's how I use that. So, do you have any questions for me? Anything that you guys want to know about the full moon before we go into some breath work? We ready? You ready for what? The breath work? She just said, we ready for all of it, whatever. Okay. So, if there's no questions, I felt like breath work would be a good way to get meditation started, but also Libras are air signs, and air is good for your lungs. Air is good for balance. So whenever you feel like there is chaos in your life, you feel like things are feeling a little out of whack, you're not feeling balanced, breath work is a way to center yourself. You can also do it in the middle of the day. You know, you could take a 5-minute if you're working, take a 5-minute, be done, and center yourself if needed. So we are going to practice breath work. So there are various forms of breath work. So one of the common ways to do breath work is to do square breathing, which is breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, and then you breathe out for a count of 4. That's a very simple breath work technique that you can use quickly through the day. The breath work that I'm about to show you now is to activate your third eye. This is more so going to give you visuals and things like that. So this is a bit deeper breath work. So just know after you do this breath work technique, you may feel a little bit of a high. It kind of gives you like a euphoric feel. It gives you a relaxation that makes you feel really sleepy also. So just take into account of that. Also, is to help us to push ourselves to hold our breath longer. So of course, if you can't hold your breath as long as I can, please don't force yourself. I don't need no one passing out on the count of me. Okay, thank you. So make sure that if you can't hold your breath, to release it. Only hold it for what you are allowed. Of course, push yourself if you can, as it is a mind over matter type of thing, and your body will have what it needs to breathe without oxygen. So just trust your body. And if you need to take a breath, please do. Okay? But you'll be surprised as to how long you will be able to hold your breath once we do this a few times. Okay? So what I want to do is give you an example first. Not pass out. Yeah, I don't need y'all passing out, please. Don't hold your breath that long. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it, and then I'll do it with you. Okay? So it's going to sound a little funny. If you're around other people, they may look at you a little weird. It's okay. Tell them mind their business or join either one. Okay. So in order to do breath work, we're going to breathe in through our mouth and our nose at the same time. So you want to fill your lungs to full capacity as deeply as you can while breathing through both your nose and your mouth. It is going to give you a little bit of a burning sensation in your nose. It's normal. And you will feel a little bit of tingly sensation within your body. The goal is for your body to vibrate at a frequency all its own. So once you start your body to vibrate, we will then hold our breath, and we're going to hold it as long as we can. We're going to say some positive affirmations to ourselves. If you feel the need to breathe, try to push through it. I say to myself, I have all that I need right now. I vibrate at a frequency that doesn't require breath. And I just keep saying that to myself, and I usually hold my breath longer. So I'm going to go through it one time, and then we'll go through it together. So I'm starting to feel my body vibrate. So I'm going to take 3 more breaths, and then I'm going to hold it. Okay. Now I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to take all that energy from my core and push it up to my forehead as if to activate my third eye. So once you do that full cycle, you're going to feeling lightheaded. Yes, you will feel lightheaded because you are doing something that's different to your body. Now I think not Jason passed out. No, Jason, come back! Wake up, Jason! Jason, wake up! So after you go through that, you're going to just sit. After we do the cycles of breathing, you sit after you shit your third eye. You're going to just sit for a moment, take some normal breaths, take deep breaths if you feel called to. You may see colors. Pay attention to any colors that you do see because they may be chakras that may be blocked or need attention. So if you do see any colors, I'll ask you after. We like to do it like that. We'll ask afterwards what colors you saw so we can go over it. Or if you see any figures, anything. So breathwork can give you the feeling of shrooms, kind of, if you do it properly, and with more practice, of course. So it helps you to activate your third eye, and it helps you to activate your pineal glands, which is also your third eye, which is very good for intuition, for clairvoyance, and just, seeing things beyond the veil. Okay. So what we're going to do is take the deep breaths, breathing in through our nose and breathing in through our nose and mouth at the same time. We're going to do it for about a minute. Then you'll hold it. Once you feel your body vibrating, you're going to hold it for as long as you can. Once you let it out, you take another deep breath and push it forward to your third eye. Okay? All right, so let's get started, guys. Deep breath. If you held your breath the whole time, you held your breath for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Go you. All right, let's take a deep breath. Push it to your third eye. Okay, just sit, pay attention to what you see. Take some deep breaths. Sit with yourself. Okay, then you want to see colors, just see imagery. Is there anything that was brought to your attention during that time? We're going to do another round because I like to do multiple rounds of breath work before starting a meditation. All right, let's do one more round. Deep breath. Push it to your belly. Now that your third eye is activated, do your breathwork. Your body is relaxed. Imagine being one with the earth. Imagine that your body is sinking further and further into wherever you are. If you're sitting on the floor, on a chair, just imagine that it's sinking further and further into the earth. You're becoming one with the earth, and the earth is becoming one with you. Imagine roots forming from your limbs, connecting to the center of the earth, connecting you to Mother Nature, connecting you to Mother Earth. You are safe, you are grounded, you are in control of your emotions, not the other way around. Peace is your birthright. The more that you connect with her, the more centered you are inside. You are resilient. You stand tall like the trees. Nothing can waver you. Nothing can make you break. You bend, but you stand back up. You are connected to yourself. You have the ability to find calm in the midst of any storm. When things feel out of control, come back to this place. Find your center and know that you're able to overcome those things. Thank you, Mother Earth, for keeping us centered, for keeping us grounded, for the oxygen that we breathe, for the leaves, for the trees, for the grass that we can wiggle our toes in. Thank you. You are safe. You are protected. You are loved. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your hands. Stretch. Thank you. Body tingling. Yay. You almost fell asleep. Good. That's how you should feel. All right, guys. Well, this concludes our first Sage and Tea with the Goddess of Clarity. Yay! So, how does everyone feel? Did you learn something today? Do you have any questions? Oh, I gotta pull some cards for y'all. I forgot. Almost forgot the most important part. All right. Thank you so much. Yay, full cards. Yes, we almost forgot. All right. What do you have for the collective in regards to the new moon? Yay. Thank you, Jason. I can't wait. Make sure you tell your friends to join in as well. All right, Spirit, what's the message for the new moon? Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have Death in reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups. Anything else, Spirit? Mm-hmm. Then we have the Fool. Okay. Okay. So, anybody else feeling sick this week? Everybody been feeling kind of heavy leading up to this new moon? Because if so, me too. So leading up to the new moon, you usually feel some heaviness. You feel sluggish, which is also a reason why I said to make sure that you fast as well to get rid of that. Definitely heavy, but feeling lighter. New moon message. Yes. Thank you, Jassy. All right. So, we were overcoming a lot of things going into this new moon. We also had the 1010 portal as well. It was just a lot of different energy. Okay. So this week I see that going into the new moon, we don't want to make any hasty decisions. Okay. We don't want to rush into anything. We want to make sure that we're taking time to pause. Especially if you know that there are some things that you've been putting off, or there's some things that are blockages that you know you haven't quite removed just yet. You want to make sure that you take part of that and release. So part of this new moon, you do need to release those blockages. Make sure that you're working with your crystals in order to release those blockages. I see a lot of us overcoming some financial issues though. So if you guys have been manifesting money and that's your main new moon manifestation is just something different, whether that's a new job or just more money, more business, whatever that may look like, continue to manifest that, but don't be desperate. Don't get desperate when you're manifesting money, okay? You don't want it to come in the wrong way. This is why they're saying to pause. Make sure that you take a moment to remove those fears and those blockages first. You want to manifest with stable energy, okay? You want to make sure that you're releasing any doubtful energy before manifesting new things. I also have the Fool card here, which is letting me know that it's time to take some risk. It's time to step out there. Make sure that you aren't judging yourself. Don't get caught up in that imposter syndrome, guys, and talk yourself out of taking those risks, okay? We also have the Sun card here, which lets me know that happiness and brighter days are ahead after this new moon. There's going to be so many things that's going to come in and just change for us energetically, because there has been a lot of heavy energy going on, and now we're moving into brighter days with the Sun card. Yay! That Sun card is beautiful. Make sure you guys are trusting your intuition. Okay. Make sure you guys are trusting your intuition. All right. What are some of those obstacles the collective is dealing with, Spirit? Her chance to dream. Okay, some of you guys are avoiding things by sleeping too much. You guys are avoiding how you're feeling, thinking that if you sleep it away, it'll go away. It will not. Okay, sacrifices. How much of you are you sacrificing for other people, guys? Okay, you got to make sure that you aren't sacrificing your own energy for other people. Remember, this new moon is about balance. So if you have relationships that are not balanced, you're going to have to check something in those relationships, especially if you know you've been sacrificing too much in those relationships. We also have peaceful among thorns. Some of you may have a conversation. You know, I'm not saying confrontation, but a conversation. Sometimes, you know, you guys can be too peaceful. We are too much kumbaya, you know, and we're all keep the peace and stuff. And sometimes we're so peaceful that we let so much shit slide. And we're not doing that, okay? This new moon, we're addressing things that need to be addressed. We're not just letting things slide and then over us. Okay. Fragmentation. So a lot of us have been disconnected from our spirituality. We've been disconnected energetically. And there's parts of us that are disconnected from our inner child. And we need to repair that relationship. Repair that relationship with your inner child. Also, repair whatever relationship you have with yourself in the meantime, because I feel like some of us are just disconnected. We're just feeling like not in our right minds. We're not in our, you know, we're just not feeling like ourselves. We're just not feeling like us. So this is the time for us to really get reconnected with ourselves, get reconnected with those people who bring us joy and happiness, and connect with our inner child and really love on them, see what it is that they're missing, you know, And just give your inner child a big old hug, energetic hugs, okay? And also, some of you are living with a lot of regrets, and it's time for you to let go of that shame and that guilt that you may be feeling, and allow yourself to forgive you and forgive other people as well, because sometimes, sometimes people are malicious in their actions and sometimes they aren't, and sometimes they just don't know any better. So you just got to let them go, and be on their own, okay? All right. So the creator kept wanting to come out. So we have the creator and we have movement. Okay. So the creator is saying that you are the creator of your own life. You guys are magicians. You are alchemists. You are the people who are in charge of what your life looks like, what your destiny is. Okay. See that wand? We are doing magic. It is time for us to create the life that we are desiring and stop waiting for it to just happen. This is a time of movement, guys, okay? Protect those ideas that you guys have. I'm seeing this as an egg here in the middle, so it's time to hatch some of those ideas. It's time to hatch those business babies. Start to move. It's time to move, guys. Some of us should do some Kundalini yoga, listening to some Kundalini frequencies in order to release some of those things that are blocked within your chakras as well. It's also time to explore your heart, explore your third eye as well, because sometimes they may be in a struggle, so you need to learn how to connect with each one, know which each voice sounds like, which one's your ego, which one's your higher self. Are you trusting your heart or are you trusting your mind? There's times where you have to do both, and so this is a time for you to explore and see what that looks like. What does it look like when you're trusting your intuition, and what does it look like when you trust your heart? Okay, not y'all need sex. I cannot. Observer. Okay. The observer is saying to observe those things around you. See beyond the veil. Okay. See beyond the veil. Really work on your clairvoyance, guys. Some of you may be psychic. Some of you may have some psychic powers, and you need to start trusting in it a little bit more in order for it to develop. Okay. I'm also see things from a bird's eye view. Look at things from a different perspective. Okay. Some of you are the pillars in your families. You're the pillars in your community, around you. And you may be the strong one that needs to get a little bit of a break and needs someone to uplift them during this time. I definitely feel like this is a time for you to get some of that support. Reach out to the people around you who needs to uplift you during this time. Be diligent on speaking out about that support and the need for support during this time. I also feel that you are healers. These are for my healers as well. You guys, my healers, we need to recharge. We need to reconnect with our ancestors as well. So we're able to heal whatever that fragmentation is that we have in our lives that has us feeling disconnected, and disconnected from our child. This is movement time, guys. We have to take action and start to transmute negative energy into positive energy. Okay. Make sure that you guys do some ancestor work today. I'm hearing that it's time for some ancestor altar work. Your ancestors feel neglected. Time to get some of that energy in there. All right. And that is it, guys. That is our new moon reading. Confirmation. Confirmation, yes. So I'm so glad that you guys got to tune in with me today. I appreciate you guys so much. Remember that you guys can call in if you would like to be live and get a reading. You can also join the live as well if you want to be featured, and you want to get a reading that way. You can also call in, give your expertise. If you have expertise on things, like I was saying earlier about the essential oils, if you have any, expertise on certain things, feel free to call in and share your experiences as well. We want to hear you guys' voices and hear how you guys are doing as well. So I love you guys, and I hope you have a great new moon. Happy manifestations. Bye. Oh, shit. I don't want to say bye. Oh, okay, don't want to say bye. Don't want to go. Say no.